I did some side-by-side listening, and really, my Duke Nukem's not all that bad. I even caught the very end of one of my syllables while switching back and forth, and I thought for a second that I'd started the actual Duke Nukem quotes video playing. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. The music here, however, is terrible, so let's get moving so we can stop hearing it. Haemonphilia. Grim tidings, Longpoint. It seems that word of the Ultima weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They've gathered in the Fragrant Chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it. The leaders must be made aware of this. Let us hurry to them, Longpoint, and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Oh boy, Royal Promenade. Okay, I think this is not too far away. Get out of this little maze cage. Yes. Let's navigate the winding maze of Ul'dah together. Ooh, this is a long load screen for a 0 asset load. Okay, how do we get around in Ul'dah? I can't stand this music. It's not appropriate for just standing around. It really isn't. I think it's Ruby Road Exchange. I think. Why are these loads, these transitions so slow? No, it's not Ruby Road Exchange, damn it. Well, it's not the airship landing, it's Hustings Strip. An indoor strip. That doesn't seem right. And of course we just blew all of our sprint just standing still, being confused. To think we admired this chamber. Let's turn it off. We'll turn it back on before whatever cutscene starts. Hey, Genlins. Can't even talk to him. Means he's got some kind of a quest for us that we are not doing. What you had to say? You will watch your tongue whilst in the Royal Promenade. Well, happily, a cat's got it. I don't think I've ever been heard to speak. Bart. The Council of the Alliance Leaders is presently in progress in the Fragrant Chamber. I must ask that you step away from the doors, sir. I'm sorry, you're here on behalf of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn. 1,000 pardons, my lord. Of course you may enter. Oh, we didn't turn the music back on. Oops. Brilliant.
Van Belsar's demands are clear.
And how do you feel about them? Yield, yield, people of Eorzea.
I've never been one to shy from a fight, but if this weapon of theirs can do all they claim...
It's just a level 50 dungeon, folks. Just let me take care of it.
5 years since the calamity, and our people have scarce begun to rebuild their lives.
How bad would it really be if we just capitulated to a fascist overlord?
Call upon them to risk what little they have left? I would spare them the pain of further conflict. Conflict, I say, though that would imply forces set in opposition. If the combined might of 3 primers could not stay Garlemald's new terror...
I mean, but they're just gonna conscript all of you and send you off somewhere else anyway.
We who struggle to quell the foes who rise up within our own borders.
It hasn't been that tough, really. You just needed some will to power.
Long have we fought the primals, but to what end? We strike them down at no small cost, only for them to rise again and again.
Why is this a problem particularly here? It seems like it should be a problem everywhere.
For the rest of days, I for one grow tired of it.
Maybe you should cultivate better relations with the beast tribes.
I propose to trade one tyranny for another.
It is what you're proposing, though, ma'am.
Love liberty. But conciliation need not mean oppression.
They mass conscript everywhere they conquer, dude. What are you talking about?
Though neither of you cried surrender, your every word betokened it.
Thank you, Ramban. The Empire is bad fucking news.
Not that I deny there is truth in what you say, Nor can I rightly claim that Ul'dah is ready to fight.
Really, we're gonna take down that super weapon with 8 people.
And beastmen swarm our land, while the great and the good do nothing. My flames struggle to bear the burden.
Maybe they should stop being cops and start cooperating.
At the Remembrance Service, made all manner of lofty promises. I've made good on not a bloody one.
Do not blame yourself, Raoban. You said only that which the people needed to hear. All present have done the same. Our citizens had become lost to hope. If our words serve to kindle it in them anew, better we speak than remain silent. Our enemy condemns us for failing our people. Yet what does he care for their well-being? While we labored to rebuild their lives, the Black Wolf built instruments of murder with which to end them.
The monarch.
Majesty speaks true. For all our failings, the people's well-being has ever been our foremost priority.
Have you
While none
pulled it
among
off,
us
though?
ever doubted that the Empire would one day resume its war, we scarcely had means enough to solve the problems of the present.
I took care of all of them for you.
Aye, which is why we look to others to safeguard our future.
Who's still willing to do that, though?
The
I mean,
scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alas, they
oh
are
right,
wrong.
they think we're dead.
Black Wolf is at our door.
Well, okay, maybe pretending to be dead would not have been the right play here. Go ahead, kick the door open.
Admiral, I fear you are mistaken.
Just imagine there's a dramatic swell of music here.
Alphinaud, Midfilia, and 7 hells. Master Garland?
That's not the full arpeggio, is it?
And you, dear friend.
I think it's twice as long as that.
By Ralga, you're alive. All of you.
As we approached, I would swear I heard talk of surrender, but I know that cannot be. It is not the Eorzean way.
Just the little acapella Final Fantasy
Hear
menu
me, my
music there
friends.
for you.
Accepting the Garleans' offer to vanquish the Primals would be folly. Folly, I say. For might is not the answer to the primal threat. Indeed, the more the Empire exerts its strength, the worse matters will become.
The gang learns
Primals
about the
enter
concept
this
of
world when
diplomacy.
mortals call upon them, and mortals are wont to appeal to a higher power when they are desperate.
Maybe we should stop murdering
Nothing is more
them.
certain to breed desperation in the beast tribes than the Garleans' proposed solution.
Yeah, it has a finality to it.
The true answer lies in a lasting peace. But the Garleans only know war and conquest. Should Eorzea fall into their hands, there will be such suffering as none can imagine.
We are not blind to the many challenges that each of your nations face. Yet you must not give in.
I have to admit,
I
Scion's
remember
talking
5 years
sense.
ago when you wagered all for the sake of the realm? Remember what you fought for? What
Throats
you
are
were
no
willing
good
to
this
die
evening.
for. Let the memories rekindle the fire in your heart, for Eorzea has need of it again.
Come what may, we Scions will never give up the fight.
Tunnel Scions
And so I
rule.
bid you stand
Scion
with us,
snakes? Scion
and together
snakes.
we shall safeguard the future of the realm.
Huh.
A great man once said that a shrewd merchant grasps not for the quick profit, but invests in the future. Wise words, eh, Raoban?
Roby.
Sid,
You were super dead, weren't you?
Your words stir and shame me in equal measure. How could I contemplate surrender?
You are a weak
I
leader.
know full well that all we have, we owe to the sacrifices of those who went before us. Yet the seeming hopelessness of our plight robbed me of my insight.
Get those eyes on inside, girl. Honk. Probably a dramatic music
We
cue right there.
Dorians have no love for war.
Not sure if I believe that.
Yet we have still less for those who would threaten our homeland. Ever have we fought to protect those things we hold dear, and this shall never change.
Eyes roll back around.
Redania will go to war.
La
We will
cocaína
fight the
no
Empire
es
for the
buena.
sake of the realm and all who abide here.
You know, if there were like a chamber orchestra in the corner just giving some kind of soundtrack, the gaping mouth. Yeah, I mean, the queen just loves the thought of sending men to their deaths. To be fair, she's pretty good as monarchs go, which is a low bar. It'll be a while before we see that. Not too long.
I hear words worthy of a founder of the Alliance.
That's right.
Raoban, are we to be outdone?
I lost one homeland. The thought of losing another had blunted my resolve.
Was he
No man
Alamegan?
knows
I guess he
better
must have
than I
been.
that if you want aught, you'd best be ready to die for it.
The dead
With great
do, I
danger
guess.
comes the chance for great glory and great profit. We Uldans who have turned sand into gold know this well.
And, you know, blood into toil with the whole slave nation thing.
How many times have we fallen into the pit of despair, only to have you pluck us out? I've fair lost count.
Is it once per time we've gone to Waking Sands? Because that would be 13.
Reckless, the lot of you, like bloody pirates. Well, I won't waste my breath trying to talk you round.
Still like
On
Morvid.
account of being a pirate myself. And the pirate who shrinks from a challenge is no pirate at all. Those who would pick a quarrel with us must choose. Back down or go down with all hands. Let the Garleans come. The united strength of Limsa Lominsa will be waiting for them.
If our realm is to be free of this pole of darkness, let it be by our own hands.
For Eorzea!
Ooh, oh, okay. They're burning the offers of, cooperation.
We must
On the
needs consider
fireplate.
how the weapon may be brought to bear against us.
The Maelstrom will secure strategic points along the coastline.
In the meantime, the flames will deploy at...
Be at ease, my friends. You have banished our doubts.
Well, I mean, let us now handle the
Lay
rest of the
military
situation,
matters
please.
to us, and retire to the Waking Sands. We will send word anon.
Word anon. Alright, so lesson learned, we cannot turn off the music no matter how crazy it's making us feel. What you got to say, Barn? None may enter the fragrant chamber without permission. I must ask you step away from the doors. Oh, we're going back. Okay, we're going back to the egg basket. Let's go check where the yolks were spilled. Find the bloodstains. Did we already go back once? I think we must have, right? Because we've already talked about people making their bed on the still warm blood. Alright, here we go. Where's the pause button? Another trip to the Wakings. Wait, no. Where's it? Hang on. Another trip to the Waking Sands. There we go. What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, I know what's wrong with this is the wrong audio output. Nothing sophisticated. Where's Tataru? Where is Tataru? We rescued them, right? From jail, prison. My shift number, I don't know, 14. Enter that solar. It's everyone. What's everyone got to say? The counteroffensive to come will require the total commitment of every allied nation, as well as the flawless coordination of all forces. I pray the Council understands this. Had I not intervened, that Garlean soldier may well have done for Ida, lowering her guard in the heat of battle as though she were an evening stroll. How much of a scatterbrain can she be? Well, at least we can't fault her for being inconsistent. Instead of gratitude for coming to his rescue, Papa Limo called me a scatterbrain. Next time he gets caught by the Empire, I'm leaving him to rot. She deserves a cooler voice. I don't know if I can do a spunky girl. We may have surmounted this latest trial, but the worst is yet to come. We must remain focused. We won't see our efforts wasted in futile regret. And as for Thancred, he and I have much to discuss. Tataru. I understand you gave our fallen brothers and sisters a proper burial. I'm sure they appreciated it. When the Empire is beaten and all this is over, let us visit them at the church. For many years I dedicated my life to the research and development of Magitech, unable or unwilling to see the repercussions of my work. And though I've since left Garlemald behind, its scientists continue to build upon my work. I fear that this new weapon may be yet another example of that. An ancient relic enhanced with technologies I created. Yet even should that be the case, it would still require a brilliant mind to... No, he didn't. Who would it have been? Wedge. She hasn't said a word to me since the rescue. Was it all for nothing? There's Wedge just thinking about his babes. What's next on the agenda? We're ready to get to work. Minfilia. She must be the character we've most just like murmured her name.
To think that the Alliance came so close to surrender.
Yeah, I mean, good thing we stumbled in when we did. We should have brought an orchestra with us, though. I still feel that would have helped.
And they will fight to the last.
Yes, to the last.
Inside. Did you feel it too, grandfather? I would know something. Was that your power at work earlier?
Nothing of the sort. The leaders of Eorzea had lost their way. I merely helped them to find it again.
Is that true? Hang on. That seems like an evasive answer.
Hello. Yes, our party returned just a moment ago. How close are you?
Where you at?
It's all right, Sid.
Sid, anxiety over
Plan
Nox.
our next move. Pray continue liaising with your respective nations. Sid, would you be our man in Ul'dah?
Ooh.
I'll be whatever and wherever you need me to be.
This voice actor doesn't know what kind of accent he's doing either.
Haven't a moment to waste. All right, let's do this.
Thancred's fate weighs heavy on my mind. I cannot bear to think of him enthralled to an Ascian.
What was that she was saying about the delivery of
Mayhap
the
you know this
messages?
already, but the Ascians are immortal beings without physical form. Since time immemorial, they have fanned the flames of chaos from the shadows.
Hang on, I'm gonna look into this real quick. Did Minfilia have those ultimatums delivered to the cities so that she would have something to rally them against? Is that what that was? Ah, no, so she was speaking to someone named Kryl, who we will not meet until patch content in the first expansion. Tiny cat. I know now what it was that she was talking about, the item. And we should see that sooner than that.
Mortal men by means of malign artifacts known as crystals of darkness.
And this is indeed to do with what she was looking for.
Crystal may yet be the key to saving Thancred.
Yeah, this is what she wanted to have delivered. Whoop, there it is. So we grew suspicious at exactly the right moment, but of the wrong thing.
A mere replica, created using data obtained from anomalous crystals found across Eorzea.
Oh, so maybe it was actually useful that we went and found those fucked up crystals.
Of the students of Baldesion, our distant allies.
Maybe not. I don't think Baldesion. Yeah, that's something else.
Even for an Archon, Thancred's talents are exceptional. We all had complete confidence in him. It was for this reason that none among us foresaw the danger in sending him to investigate the Ascians alone.
Ooh, we just assumed he'd be immune to mind control.
Tancred had been striving to fill the void left by Louis Swan.
I guess he did,
Yet,
with
it
more
was plain
void.
that he was overtaxing himself.
Yeah. He would volunteer for everything and work till he was dizzy.
It's because he had to go fast. Don't you
The toll taken by
understand?
his exertions made him vulnerable to Ascian influence.
The crystal that binds Thancred must be somewhere on his person. If we could but destroy it, his Ascian possessor would be compelled to relinquish control over him.
You're very familiar with how these dudes work, then.
You have proven the stoutest of allies, standing with us through thick and thin.
That's what I'm here for. That and
Yet
sitting
the
through
most
really long
perilous struggle is
cutscenes.
still to come. For the sake of the realm and Thancred, I ask that you lend us your strength once more.
I mean, I've got other things to do, but I have committed, I guess.
Thank you.
Are our eyes
from
blue
the
or
bottom
green?
of my heart. As I am sure you are aware, the realm was saved from certain doom 5 years ago by heroes known as the Warriors of Light.
Well, my memory's
What you may
hazy.
not be aware of is that your many feats in service to the Scions have prompted folk to make certain comparisons. I must confess, you do remind me of them.
Very curious what the Meteor survivors get.
Yet remember this, however glorious the past, it is the hero's lot to be judged on the deeds of the present. A new darkness threatens the realm, and the people cry out for a savior. I believe that you are he, a warrior of light, here in the present, guided by the crystal's will.
Apparently so. I mean, it
Come,
feels
my
like it.
friends. Let us fight to safeguard the future of our beloved Eorzea.
Certainly not guided by my own will. I don't seem to have one of those. Is that gem on our chest? Does it have dimensionality to it? Yeah, it does. That's sick. I mean, it's not amazing or anything, but again, so used to World of Warcraft where basically all equipment is just a flat sketch on your character's body. The idea of textures, I mean, they've gotten away from that a little bit, but it's clearly all very hacky and it just looks terrible. Operation Archon. Tell me more. More voiced dialogue? Looks voiced to me. Keep talking, friends. All present. Nope, not voiced. Then let us begin. We've received the details of the impending operation, my deranged lawsuit, in what promises to be the largest single counteroffensive in the realm's troubled history. The Alliance will strike at every Imperial stronghold standing upon Eorzean soil. Okay, so they will make themselves useful. As might be expected, the operation will be complex, but you need not commit its intricacies to memory. It is enough that each man understands his part and plays it to the best of his ability. The finer instructions you will receive at each staging point. Who are we going to cut away to? To begin, let us review the distribution of our forces. From west to east, the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah, and the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania. Next, let us examine the locations of the Imperial strongholds. Near Limsa Lominsa, we have Castrum Occidens, situated in eastern Vilebrand, and Castrum Marinum, which lies to the south and east in the midst of the Rotano Sea. Near Ul'dah, we have Castrum Meridianum to the north, and the coastal outpost at Cape Westwind, which connects Castrum Marinum to the mainland by means of a Magitech transporter. Near Gridania, we have Castrum Oriens, which lies upon the eastern edge of the Twelves Wood. And finally in Mordona stands Castrum Sentry, a thorn in the heart of Eorzea. The forthcoming operation will see the Allied forces assault each of the aforementioned locations, with the ultimate objective of destroying the Empire's new weapon housed within Castrum Meridianum. As one might expect of the Black Wolf's seat of power, Castrum Meridianum boasts all but impenetrable defenses. If we are to breach it, we must needs isolate it from its sister strongholds. To do otherwise would be to risk being caught twixt hammer and anvil. The operation will comprise 4 distinct phases, all told. The first shall see us eliminate one of the Black Wolf's most trusted lieutenants, Ritaten Sas Arvina. According to our intelligence, the Prefectus is due to visit the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind for an inspection. When he arrives, we shall dispatch an elite adventurer unit to eliminate him. Erwin, we would have you lead the assault. Ritaten is a peerless tactician. Shorn of his leadership, the garrison at Castrum Occidens will be as a snake without its head. Phase 2 will see us sever Castrum Meridianum's primary lines of supply. Here, we're at 50. Let's double the volume. As soon as Ritaten's presence is confirmed at the coastal outpost, the Maelstrom will lay siege to Castrum Occidens. At that very hour, the Leminson Armada, helmed by the Admiral herself, shall move to blockade Castrum Marinum. Hooray. Meanwhile, in the Twelveswood, the Order of the Twin Adder will surround Castromorians. And they'll have the Sylphs to help them. Phrixio's been waiting for a chance to avenge these ones. I like that. Phase 3 shall see us neutralize Castrum Meridianum's defenses. Forming our main thrust, the Immortal Flames will march against the stronghold with all their strength. While the enemy's eyes are thus drawn outwards, another elite adventurer unit shall infiltrate the Castrum. Its mission, to disable the Magitech field generator which protects the Praetorium, a fortress within a fortress wherein the ultimate weapon is believed to be housed. Erwin, we would have you take command once more. Meanwhile, the Order of the Twin Adder will blockade the railway which connects Sentry and Meridianum, preventing the timely arrival of reinforcements from Mordona. I don't believe there's a train instance here, sadly, which is a shame.
A wise precaution. The monstrous locomotive which runs back and forth between the two castra is capacious enough to transport a small army by all accounts.
It is well, the Garleans do not think to give it wings. I like Y'shtola. Once the Meridianum's defenses have been compromised, the operation will enter its 4th and final phase. This will see the Immortal Flames enter the stronghold and suppress the remnants of the enemy garrison, allowing Arrowin's unit to pass unopposed into the Praetorium, where they will locate and destroy the ultimate weapon. By this feat shall the operation be deemed a success. In this manner was the matter resolved. In addition to the Grand Companies, we can count on the support of a variety of other parties, from the Pirates of Limsa to the Monetarists of Ul'dah. In all, the operation will involve no fewer than 12 major factions. Named factions. Legend holds that the Archons were 12 in 1 and 1 in 12. It is for this reason that our grand endeavor has been dubbed Operation Archon. Excuse me. Countless free companies have also pledged their swords, and more join us by the day. At long last, all of Eorzea is rising as one. As before, we Scions shall work in concert with the Grand Companies. Ida, Papalaimo, Y'shtola, pray accompany your respective organizations on their missions. Urianger, I would have you represent us in Ul'dah. Reassure the financiers that they've made a sound investment. When that is done, pray return here and aid in the coordination of our forces. Wasn't Sid in Ul'dah? Tataru, please assist Urianger in any way you are able, and ensure that everyone is kept abreast of the latest developments. Be sure to pass information along spyward. Menphilia, Sid, and I shall accompany the main host in an advisory capacity. will be our task to analyze intelligence as it comes into our possession and make the necessary recommendations to command. As Alphino mentioned, you are to lead the elite unit of adventurers whose task it will be to see each of Operation Archon's main objectives fulfilled. Yours is the most important role of all, and like to be the most dangerous. Pray choose your party well, and stint not in your preparation. The battle for the future of the realm is about to begin. Together let us show the Black Wolf the power of a united Eorzea. Alphino should really be like a scamp, right? He should be a, The battle for United Eorzea is about to begin. Battle for United Eorzea is about to begin. Pray report to the Immortal Flames encampment situated to the north of you when you are ready to be briefed on your first mission. I cannot stress this enough, but please be careful. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Y'shtola, you looking hazy over there, girl. Focus. Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's jack that sound back down. Nope, that's not the right menu. Back down to 50% so we don't destroy our recordings with noise. But clearly we want the music to be way up high, because these cutscenes are fucking intolerable in silence. Speak with the Allied Communication Officer. Is that here? Yeah, that's here. Alright, I think we might have a couple of dungeons, or we might have first to take out that commander dude that they mentioned. Where is the Allied Communication Officer? He's out here? Where is he? Where are you at? Oh, he's in this hole? Oh yeah, he is, I think, because I think that's actually up there, Cape Westwind, where we're going to ambush that officer. Do 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 do. I guess it goes low first. Hello, Allied Communications Officer. I think actually right over there is where we're going to have our climactic duel with this dude we've never met, but hey, we've been told that he's a peerless tactician. You are welcome, Longpoint Heroine of the Scions. As communications officer, it falls to me to issue your orders and provide guidance on the forthcoming missions. Your first mission is to infiltrate the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind and eliminate Prefectus Rithaten Sasari Arvina. All participating units are now in position and awaiting your arrival. Please proceed to the staging point and report to Lieutenant Adalbert. This is but the first step in our bid to purge the realm of the Garlean menace. I shall pray for your success. Good. Report to Adalbert in front of the Imperial outpost. Yep, right over there. We don't have to go through the hole. We can go over the garden wall. I think. I mean, let's hope that we're not going to get over there and find that he's underground in a way that we cannot enter. Look at this Tatooine-ass pit. Luke. Adalbert. My voice is just a mess tonight. Look at his zombie stare. Okay, there we go. So you're Longpoint Heroine, the fearless adventurer who's to lead the assault. We've been expecting you. Our Maelstrom friends report that Rithaten Sasarvina departed Castrum Occidens a bell ago. I hate his stare, holy shit. And sure enough, a convoy of Imperial airships landed here just now. The likelihood is high that our target was aboard one of the vessels. I've dispatched scouts to verify his presence before we strike. He's haunting as fuck. Oof. Command to all units requesting status report.
This is Line 1. Target has not been sighted.
This is Antlion 2. Likewise, target has not been sighted. This dude's kind of handsome, but in like he looks like the Grinch a little bit, kind of a way. Antlion 3 here. We've got nothing for you neither. This is Antlion 4. Nothing to report as of... Wait, disregard previous message. Target sighted. I say again, target sighted. Understood. Hold your position. Attention all units, this is Lieutenant Adalbert Cotter. The first step of Operation Archon begins with us. Should we falter here, all hope of victory will be lost. 'Tis no small burden, but know that I believe in all of you. So believe in yourselves, and together we will blaze a path for our brothers and sisters in the Alliance to follow. Believe in my spooky face. We will create multiple diversions and disperse the enemy garrison. That should give your people a chance to breach their defenses. Go now, Longpoint, and bring us Ratatan's head. May Rauger grant you strength. Commence diversionary maneuvers. Getting bored with that one, clearly. Time to examine the gate. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Why don't we just turn to a paladin and just obliterate this man? Hello, Cohort Vanguard. Show me the way to go, gate. I'm tired and I want to go to Patch. Not the entrance, but the destination. Touch it. Bong. Use the duty finder to enter. Is this it? Cape Westwind? It has come to light that Rataten Sasarvina, Prefectus Castrorum of the 14th Legion, is scheduled to inspect the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind. Although native to a territory subjugated by the Empire, Rataten's prowess as a field tactician has won him a station of great authority within the Garlean military. Such a formidable enemy general will surely prove an obstacle to the Alliance's efforts to purge the realm of the Imperial menace. For the first phase of Operation Archon, you've been entrusted the mission of infiltrating the Imperial outpost and striking him down. Sure, I mean, that sounds good. Let's just head in there and pull this man's head off. Whoop. I need no team. I need no squad. I'm just gonna visit this guy where he lives. I've said this before, but this structure has a Final Fantasy VIII vibe, which means that I hate it. Necessarily, it is my foe. But would appear we have unexpected guests. Oh, we have met this guy, not personally. Now, where might I have seen you before? Ah, but of course, the man who felled the mighty Titan. This is the Icon Slayer. I see. The commotion without is not but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison at Occidens. A bold strategy, to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? Leave us. None of you are a match for him. Send word to Castrum Occidens. Tell them the Laminsons are coming. At once, my lord. I don't think that was a code, actually. He was saying it with like a knowing certainty, so it was more of a, tell them the Laminsons are coming. 15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Baelsar first set foot in Eorzea. Yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels it, adventurer? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. The lands he has conquered were all beset with problems, poverty, starvation, lawlessness, strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would eventually have destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known. And he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, shackles of false faith. There would be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Garlemald, yet Lord Van Baelsar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth, but his worth. Such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for, and worthy adversaries to smite. Crunch. I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly, but if you are deaf to reason, hey, the music's picking up. In the name of Lord Van Baelsar, I, Ritaten Sasarvina, do swear to strike you down. That's a Final Fantasy reference right there. Very well. This is very sparkly music. Hey, Ritaten. I will suffer none to oppose Lord Van Baelsar. Let's just slice him. As usual, we're not going to push it. Just going to let him do his thing. Smacking you with my sword. And we should get an invisible shield. I mean, I kind of like this shield, but I would also not mind seeing what an invisible one looked like, you know. That's right, just stun me. Go ahead. Might turn this down a little. Well, maybe we should turn back up. Alright, we'll pick up the pace a little. Boop. My shields are impregnable. Join the countless challengers who have dashed themselves against them. One more hit. One more hit. Firebomb. Unfortunately for you, you shouldn't stand the fire. It does feel a little bad. Oh, his friends came back. Sorry, cohort Optio. I don't think you got a place here. Solaris, ooh, they're cast in haste. That's not what we want. Do. Alright, Ritaten, can you be stunned? No. Your defeat will burn Lord Van Baelsar's noble conquest one step closer to fruition. He's readying Magitech missiles, and now he's firing them. Can we see him happen? Here, shall we hide this? Oh, I wonder if this would actually hide his dialogue as well. Though it cost me my life, I will strike you down. Just gonna missile yourself? Looks like that's not what happened. Would have been funny though. Well, that's not much of a thought. Oh no, was his life force tied to this grate? As a teleportation thing, right? They said that. Forgive me, I have failed you. Lord Van Baelsar. Now blow up like a contrabass. Just fell over, huh? Whoa. That's quite a dramatical. Excuse me, descending into madness over here. We have not yet begun to do this shit. Nah, that light. The Magitech teleporter. Long Point, are you there? What news of return? Fallen? With this deed, you've sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. That might be intolerable. I like Alphinaud. I mean, I guess I'm actually okay with Alphinaud being like, the fading of that light presages an end to the Empire's tyranny. Ritaten Sasarvina is no more. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Wow! Wink, wink, wink. 'Tis I. It seems you've done it again, Long Point.
I'd raise a tankard to you, but I'm afraid we've no time to savour the victory. There's still a small matter of infiltrating Castrum Meridianum and destroying the Ultima weapon. I know. No rest for the preternaturally gifted. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself and make your way back to the Immortal Flames encampment. The communications officer will issue you orders. I'll be waiting for you with the main host.
Really gotta keep like samples of these around. Whoa, it's Dr. Spooky. Look, Hydaelyn. Hang on, wait, no, he's Thancred.
Look, Hydaelyn, your minion comes, bringing the light. Alas, the gates of the void already stand open. Soon darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow down before the one true God.
That's a dangerous hybrid there. The Prefectus slain. Regrettably so, my lord, and at the hand of the Icon Slayer if the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed. Ritaten. Where were his men when he faced the enemy? Fleeing, even as their commander yielded up his last breath. If it should prove they questioned his right. I cannot speak for them, my lord. Beg pardons, my lord, but there is more. The Maelstrom is laying siege to Castrum Occidens. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet moves to blockade Castrum Marinum. Wait, does Ul'dah have a fleet? They got a fleet? Maybe there's a sea on one side of Ul'dah. So this is their answer. Very well. We shall crush them as we crushed the Icons. Go forth and show them the futility of their resistance. Yes, my lord. It's spooky. Alright, report back to the Allied Communications Officer, of course. Now just send me off to the next big long dungeon that I got to do. The next big long dungeon that I've got to do. My god, it's 10:30. Well, this episode is already a Cyan Erwin. Your deeds this day are an inspiration to us all. With the death of the Prefectus, Operation Archon has entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade Castrum Occidens and Castrate Marinum. Castrum. And far to the east in the Black Shroud, the Order of the Twin Adders advances upon Castrum Oriens. Already you've done much to advance our cause. Performing such feats as are worthy of song. But if our plan is to succeed, more is required of you. Let me know when your preparations are in order, and I shall relay to you the particulars of your next mission. Well, if we keep going, it's going to be real long, so I think that we'll go ahead and call that now. It's a bit too late to roll on, I think. So when next we meet, we'll get at least one of these two final tasks out of the way. And for that, I will see you soon.